they're not as successful as some of the other regions. And one of the things that we made the decision is we're so committed to the importance of the channel for SME that we wanted to bring in a world-class channel expert, a guru, right? And so we went into the market and we looked at different candidates. And I've known Kevin for years, right? And we said, boy, it would be great if we could get somebody with the caliber of Kevin Gilroy. And so here he is, and we're delighted that he's part of the team. He's got a big job, because we have to really transform the North America go-to-market model. We've been committed to the channel. We've had a consistent message to our partners, but we still are undercovered. So we have to take a look at how can we really maximize the capacity of our channel to be able to drive growth in our revenues and, of course, continued growth in our channel mix, that being more and more of our business coming from our channel partners. We have a volume business. We do in fact sell through volume resellers, broadline distributors. So we work with partners like Ingram and Tech Data, like CDW, SHI, Insight, right? Insight just won an award at the Pinnacles, right? And people wouldn't normally think of SAP as a company that would have relationships with the broadline distribution companies. But we do, because we have the Crystal reports, the Crystal product line, Excelsius, yeah? And what we're finding is that, you know, when you're dealing with the broadline distributors, they're selling SOHO to large enterprise, right? With the behavior of the channel in the business objects community, right? So those channel partners were used to selling SOHO to enterprise. So we took a decision that we needed to really open up our channel to be able to help us, not just in the SME space, but across all market segments, and have an evolution or a transformation of SAP's go-to-market model to be more and more embracing the value of our channel and the value of our ecosystem. Right now it's business objects, business user, business intelligence. That's what we have right now. Okay, so it's Bob J stuff. We are determining, predicated on our market coverage needs, so country by country, region by region, we're making the right decisions with respect to what do we really want our partners to be able to embrace to help us grow our market share in any given country. So if you look at our commitment to emerging markets, Bill talked about, you know, volume, value markets, and a focus on Brazil, India, China, Russia, Turkey, Middle East, Africa, etc. We're looking at each one of those emerging markets, and we're being open to, well, what role do we want the channel to play? What opportunities are in these markets, right? And let's determine where and what we want our partners to do with us and for us in those markets. Well, you can certainly anticipate that it'll be in the emerging markets, okay, because we don't have the coverage there as strong as we would in the mature markets, right? But even in the mature markets, like here in North America, you heard probably Rob Enslin speaking about the importance of business user to the North America plans for growth, right? He said yesterday, I think 40% of his revenue is sourced from ERP, right, the traditional core product set, and 40% is coming from business user, business intelligence. Part of his go-to-market model is leveraging his business partners into the upper ME and LE space as it relates to business user growth attainment. So here's a mature market that's positioning partners above SME to help with a substantial piece of his revenue pie. I mean, last year for many of them, it was a tough year. So cash flow, right? Cash balance, capitalization, liquidity. I think, you know, because coming off of a bad economy, many of them, you know, struggle And because of that, they can't grow as rapidly as they want to, right? Because any good entrepreneur will not build ahead of revenue, right? You're not going to hire 50 salesmen and hope to God that the market will come, right? So they have to balance growth aspiration with the reality of liquidity. We haven't done what we have to do, okay, in my opinion, all right? So I think that, you know, as I look at the evolution of our go-to-market, I was just with Tech Data on Friday, and I was talking with Tech Data about our strategy with respect to the role I would like them to play going forward, right, which maps to their strategic strategy to be able to move into higher value applications, higher margin business, right? And as a $22 billion entity, Tech Data has a lot to offer. One thing is they do manage credit and capitalization for their channel. So if we can leverage, you know, some of these best practices that partners that aren't traditionally in the SAP ecosystem, if we can bring them and really leverage the power of what they do, they can help us help our partners. So those are some of the, you know, you've got GE Capital, you've got like a lot of opportunities of companies that we can work with to see if we can help, you know, with this, the challenge around liquidity. Now, are we a bank? We're not a bank, right? And nor will we ever behave as a bank. But there's a lot of firms out there that can be very supportive to our partners. Not today. Not today. So that's what I'll say. But we're having some conversations about what could we do, what would make sense. Okay. So watch this space.